All right, after retiring from his job as a corporate CEO, a local man launched a movement centered, I love this, gratitude and appreciation.
I already want to keep Walter around this environment here. Author Walter Green, the founder of Say It Now, joins us now with his story. Walter, good morning. Good chatting with you already, and we're just now on TV, so good to see you.
It's my pleasure to be here.
Okay, for anybody who may not be familiar, the Say It Now movement, what is it and where did it come from?
Yeah, so the Say It Now movement is very straightforward. In our culture, we have a habit of waiting till a person passes. So we go to their celebration of life and tell them how important they've been to us.
That's true.
The person never hears it.
You're right.
So Say It Now is to awaken people to the power of acknowledging people when they're here, for the difference they've made in their life while they're here. Say it now.
Where did this come from? Did something inspire that kind of thing? Because I thought about that a lot. I was like, well, man, look at all these people saying all these wonderful things. I wonder if they ever told the person to their face, but probably not.
Probably not.
Probably not.
What inspired this for you?
So for me, I guess most recently, I wrote a book called This Is the Moment 16 years ago, and it caught on with thousands of people. It was really the idea of how did this idea come about? I visited 44 people around the world to sit down with them and told them how important they were.
Wow.
And I shared that story with everybody, and people were, wow, that is a much better way to do it. And then 4 years ago, I just could not try and make this a global movement. So now the program is taught in over 80,000 schools.
Wow, it's a program.
Wow. Yeah, in 85 countries around the world.
So as part of the program, expressing gratitude is urgent, not optional? Is that what we're learning or what you're saying?
Well, you know, the fact is we always think people are going to be around. I learned when I was 17, that's not true. My father died when I was a freshman in college. Overnight. So life's unpredictable. There's going to be over 3 million deaths in the United States this year. Those people we assume would be around. So the idea is, why would we wait? Why don't we do it now? But here's the central point. It's not just about the normal niceties of life. The fact of the matter is none of us are self-made. I haven't found anybody self-made. So why wouldn't we take the time to be specific with the people who have made an impact in our life while they're here? So it's those people that we don't want to miss. Our parents, our colleagues, our friends, our good friends. Those are the people we don't want to miss.
When one expresses gratitude, what is the feeling that comes about that? Why? I mean, I know what it would feel like for oneself to be able to do it. It feels good right away. But what does it do to the other person as well?
Yeah, so central to this whole thing is that it's, first of all, I want to say, it's free.
It's free.
It's free.
That's
I have nothing to sell but a powerful idea. And everybody wins. The person who expresses it will never have regrets for things that they wish they had said. And they get the pleasure of being conscious, because when you say to yourself, what difference did this is what I did for 44 people, what difference did this person make in my life? And I made specific points about what that person did for me, and that's what I communicated to that person. Now, from the recipient's point of view, guess what? We want to know that our lives matter.
Yeah.
And who's able to do that? Only the people who have been impacted.
Right. Oh, that's such a great point. So as a simple, you're talking about not just saying thank you, but actually expressing what and how you influenced me and why what you did made a difference in my life. So it's not just saying, hey, Walter, thank you.
Yeah, no, that's very important.
But that's difficult for some people to get those emotions out verbally, right?
I love that question, Raoul, because my point is you can say it the way it works for you. So there are people that rather write a letter, that for some reason saying it in person is a little awkward.
Express yourself in a letter.
Some people can put it on a little video for 5 minutes and just say, I just want you to know the difference you've made in my life. And there are other people who can visit with people one-on-one and they feel very comfortable doing it. So you choose how, but we choose now.
We choose now. Okay, I choose now. I'm going to share some gratitude for this gentleman.
no,
sitting
no,
over
Perfect.
there.
not
No,
now.
I'm going to, yes, right now.
No, not here.
I'm going to choose, why not? He just said that it should be urgent and now, and see, this makes him uncomfortable. But I'm going to choose gratitude right now and say that I'm very grateful for 18 years to have an amazing co-anchor who's also a friend, who makes me laugh and makes a very hard job easier every day. And for that, I have gratitude for you.
How did that feel, Raoul?
Stop it. Stop.
Yeah,
I feel good.
yeah.
Oh,
And it's now recorded forever, and you can watch that in years to come.
Yeah. Okay.
Beautifully said.
thank you. Thank you for,
Thank you for modeling
of
that.
course, thank you for creating that. I wish we had more of this in the world. What?
I'm one of those people who do better in a letter than verb like that.
That's okay.
that-
I'll wait
and
for
that
my
is
letter
not-
for another 18 years.
I have a
Okay.
question because I'm fascinated by this, Walter. I have so many questions, but so my take on a lot of relationships over the years, even with the folks who have helped you along the way, tend to be complicated. So I think in order to get to this point, you have to really just emphasize and focus the positive, good things that these people did for you, as opposed to the complicated aspects
He's
of life.
complicating this.
Well, first of all,
I mean, I am, but that's how my mind works.
there are many important relationships that aren't that complicated.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Now, I remember a fellow who came up to me, asked me the same question, Walter, what do I do? How do I do this?
Yeah.
I said, well, if it's difficult doing it in person, write a letter, same thing I said here. So he saw me, I don't know, about 3 or 4 weeks later. He wasn't even a friend of mine. He said, I just want to tell you, I've acted on it. I said, what'd you do? He said, I wrote 17 letters. I said, what was that like? He was amazing. He said, one I wrote to my sister, who I haven't spoken to in 10 years.
Wow.
But I got chills right now. But I remembered how much of an impact she had on my life, even though it fractured our conversation. And Walter, I want you to know, the letter rekindled our relationship.
See, Walter, the impact that you're having, and it's going to come out, and this book is coming out.
And it'll be out next
Okay.
month.
It's
The
called
Gratitude Express. All aboard!
I like this train. I'm going to get on
It's
this
a
train.
short story. It's a story. It's a powerful story. When you finish reading it, it's designed for 9 to 90, and you will get the essence of the importance of expressing gratitude while people are alive.
Walter, thank you. This
You
just
got applause
brought
now.
all kinds of good feelings to us. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
As we sent to Chrissy, can I continue the gratitude moment?
We appreciate everything and everyone.
No,
see, I'm
that's it.
terrible.
You
I
gotta
gotta
be
work
specific.
on it, Walt.
So I give gratitude to Chrissy
no.
Russo,
Yes.
who especially when I first started on the morning show, she took me under her wing, took care of me, fed me many nights, let me stay at her house many, many nights, and has also been such a great joy to work with in all 18 years.
It was my pleasure. Yeah, no, I was grateful to have you around and to eat my food. And Raoul, I'm grateful for all the times I could not help but to laugh because of things that you say and do. And just how you look sometimes, you know? So
What?
I mean, the gratitude is deep. Javon, DJ J Flex, come on over here. I couldn't
Walter,
even- I
look
couldn't
what
even
you've
be
started.
grateful for you. This guy.
What is happening? We're on the Gratitude Express right here, right now.
The love this guy puts out makes the world go round right here.